Hello, my name is Carla Morones, and this is my vision for a new library. My mission and vision for the new library is based on our school community. The school community of the library consists of teachers and administrators and students that fully support the library. The school staff and students view the library as an extension of the classroom, where the teachers can come in with their classes or send in students on their own to support and expand the teacher's lessons. The administration views the library as an integral part of not only the school, but the community as well. The principal encourages the use of the library by staff and students and parents. Therefore, the mission of the library will empower students to prepare them for an ever-changing future by empowering students to become critical thinkers, enthusiastic readers, skilled researchers, and ethical users and creators of information. The teacher librarian seeks to develop student responsibility, confidence, creativity, strong academic and social skills through direct instruction with students and by collaborating with teachers. The vision of the new library is really not much different from the vision of a traditional school library. It is still a shared learning resource space. And even though more and more research materials are available online, the library is still important to learning. It is a physical space that is more efficient than the internet at connecting learners with one another. In any school or town, collaboration between the public library and the school library is an effective means for bettering programs and services for students and the community. State studies connect student achievement with school libraries, assuring that students who have access to libraries do better in school. Even greater is the opportunity for student success when the school and public libraries work collaboratively. Collaborating with the public library, the school can offer special programming such as student book groups, school study workshops, special reading events, author visits, library staff book talks, teacher programs, and professional development. An important part of the new library is the space and how it is used. The new library is more than a mix of books and computers. It is a full-service learning, research, and project space, a flexible environment made to accommodate various learning activities at the same time. It's a place where the student, teacher, teacher librarian, and resources interact seamlessly. The appearance of the new library is bright with bold colors. The furniture is movable and comfortable. It allows for flexibility. The library is used as an instructional space, a place for group projects or individual studies, and of course, a reading space. The variety in the space allows the students to change the quality simply by moving to another area. This allows for instant changes just by moving the furniture around. Learning activities would match the environments that are best suited to them. The new library is a technology-rich space. For students to be accomplished in technology, students need to have access to an ever-changing selection of technological tools and activities that require teamwork and innovation. The new library would have different types of technology that facilitate collaboration, such as an interactive whiteboard and projector, wall-mounted monitors, and a production lab. An example of hardware that is essential in a 21st century learning commons would be an interactive touchscreen. Using tools such as the interactive touchscreen combines art tools with text editing, clip art, and voice recording. This provides students with tools to communicate ideas and demonstrate understanding. The human brain is wired to respond to interactive media, and few things can get more interactive than touchscreens. Multiple studies have shown that students learn faster and learn more effectively when they are active participants. Another type of technology to have in a 21st century learning commons that would foster creativity and collaboration is a production lab with a green screen. A production lab in a learning commons is a free space to explore digital media production in the realms of stop-motion animation, 3D world design, green screen video, audio design, and graphic design. The interactive nature of video production, the fact that it is so hands-on, combined with the creative elements each video project involves, makes video production a fun, engaging, and entertaining medium through which students can learn about a wide variety of topics. Having technology, both hardware and software, in the library is important because a librarian is now seen as a tech guru, the facilitator of online information. It is essential that the librarian have technology available to her in order for her to support her students, staff, administrators, and the public. According to the School Library Journal's 2013 Technology Survey, 72% of school librarians say they are viewed as a tech leader at their school. 43% of K-12 students have their own web-enabled personal device. BYOD, Bring Your Own Devices programs are putting less pressure on school budgets and space allocation. A dynamic media literacy learning hub is an anchor for the entire school, a meeting point for knowledge, expression, collaboration, creation in both virtual and physical spaces. This chart shows what the library will need to become a new 21st century library or learning commons. It is important to have a full-time teacher librarian to oversee the library and collaborate with teachers. Of course, books are an essential part of the budget. We must be able to offer students the classics as well as the bestsellers. Also, having ebooks in our collection will give the library a feeling of being open 24 hours. Up-to-date technology is key to having a 21st century library. Students need to be able to learn from and with technology. The furniture in the new library should be movable to allow for flexible seating, therefore encouraging collaboration. Programming is also essential to the library in order for the students to have experiences they otherwise might not have. I believe the public library would be a big help in securing several programs. And of course, the teacher librarian and volunteers should attend professional development seminars to keep abreast of the latest technology and the future of the school library in general. Many of the items in the budget fall under 8 priorities of the LCAP, the Local Control and Accountability Plan, which will make for an easier time getting funded. I have added a column in the budget to signify which of those categories or priorities the budget item falls under. The 8 priorities are student achievement, student engagement, other student outcomes, school climate, parent involvement, implementation of academic standards, including a focus on English learners, course access, basic services, including facilities, qualified teachers, and instructional materials. This is a list of several grant databases and information on how to write a grant. This, of course, is not an exhaustive list. There are several ideas out there, and getting grants will certainly ease the pressure on trying to fund a new library. For example, there's a grant search database, an article, Reimagining Fundraising, anyone can write a grant, a webinar, helpful grant resources, and a grant sources list. This is a chart of the community stakeholders, the PTA, Community Liaison, Digital Learning Coach, the Public Librarian, the Principal, and different ways of communicating with them, what type of information I would like to seek from them, and how I will gather the information. Stakeholders and I would meet quarterly to discuss what has been done and what still needs to be done for the community and the library. The information that I would gather from these meetings would be used to assess the library. I would also send home quarterly reports to the students for their parents to read, becoming more knowledgeable about their library. It is important to assess a library consistently. This would provide ample opportunities for changes and improvements. Assessment always informs teaching. Teaching librarians have evolved from conducting bibliographic instruction sessions with incidental encounters with students and instructors to teaching information literacy as a necessary component of the curriculum. Using several types of assessment, such as indirect, which includes surveys, conversations, and observations, as well as direct evidence, which include evaluations, report, and test results, will offer a well-rounded view of the effectiveness of the library. Here is a chart that shows how a teacher librarian has different roles, and each of those roles provides value to the community. These are the questions that a teacher librarian should ask to ascertain if she's fulfilling each of these roles. The teacher librarian, as an instructor, should ask, do they collaborate with the teacher and/or digital learning coach? As a literacy advocate, is the program supporting the literacy of all students? As a professional developer, does the teacher librarian support the professional needs of the staff? As a collection manager, does the library's collection, both print and digital, meet the needs of students and teachers? As an instructional designer, does the library's digital resources meet the academic and personal needs of staff and students? As a program manager, is the library's collective budgeted resources, collections, and programs meet the academic and personal needs of the student and staff? This chart shows how the teacher librarian can find evidence to assess to see if she is fulfilling each of the roles. As the role of instructor, her evidence could be class visit statistics, administrative evaluations, and samples of students' work. As a literacy advocate, the evidence could be public library collaborations, book clubs, author visits, and participation with PTSA. As a professional developer, does she have a membership to professional organizations? Does she attend webinars? Does she have a PLN, a personal learning network? As a collection manager, the evidence could be book orders, circulation statistics, use of technology data, a book wish list. For instructional designer, evidence for assessment could be library website, digital resources and links, instructional resources created by teacher librarian. As for the evidence for assessment as a program manager, the evidence could be budget and purchase order information, program attendance statistics, and photos and videos of library use. Another important assessment is the assessment of the library itself. A teacher librarian and school administration should know if the new library is effective and accomplishing its goals set forth in the mission statement. This chart supplies various ways that the teacher librarian can check on the library and students' efficacy. In the category of library statistics, data can be assessed by circulation data, collection data, library usage data, and evidenced by circulation statistic reports, collection report, holdings, discards, and class visits. In the category of student achievement, data can be assessed by standardized test scores and evidenced by the annual report. In the category of student data, the data assessed can be participation in free or reduced lunch. That can be also evidenced by the school's annual report. In the category of formative data, the teacher librarian can check students' progress during lessons for understanding, and evidenced by rubric, conversation with students, direct questioning, and class discussions. For summative data, the data can be assessed by checking the student's outcome of work, checking students' finals grades, checking students' evaluation of teacher and the teacher librarian, and checking the student's evaluation of the library. This could be assessed by rubrics and conversation with students. Here is a list of references that I used to support my presentation. Thank you for your time and consideration. It has been my pleasure to present my vision for a new library.